So we're going to go in with a P3 Quicksilver. So I did forget to hit record on what I painted before, which was basically a black metallic color in the back, which you saw me start painting at the end of my last video, but I painted everything else and I forgot to record that. I was very sad because I was like, I'm done recording. And then I looked at my phone, I go, I never hit record and now I have to continue painting. So a lot got done in this session. So when I paint metallics, I like to go in with a dark metallic and then a super bright metallic after. So here I'm just using the side of my brush to get the highlights. But then I'm going to switch over to dry brushing because I realized that's going to be a lot quicker. Yes, dry brushing can be a lot quicker. But when you do paint with your highlights, you just want to use the side. See me going in with the dry brushing because I'm like, this is so much quicker. The best lesson I learned about dry brushing is try to keep everything in one direction instead of going 20 different ways. You don't need to. Just keep everything one direction is your best bet because that is where everything's shining. That's where your highlights are hitting. And when you try to do multiple directions, it kind of can throw things off sometimes. So you do see me like move it around quite a bit because I'm just trying to get those spots without hitting the other spots. This is where I kind of wish there was a smaller dry brush. I have probably mentioned this in majority of my videos going, I want a super, super tiny dry brush that I can use. So now we are going to get the trims with the models with the gold. So this gold I did have to put on 2 coats, but everything I just started with 1 so it dries down before I go in. If you need, as you can tell here, I probably have done this in a couple videos of mine, a little stand, just use your paints that you're not using, other paints, like literally put some tacky on it and you're good to go, especially if you're sub-assembling. If you are sub-assembling, best tip I've ever learned, do not paint areas that no one's going to see, like the super bottom of this. I used to paint the super bottom of this. It was such a waste of time. So if you ever see it flipped over, it's like, oh, it's super empty. There's not much there. There's no point of painting it. No one's going to really see it except for somebody who's going to flip it over and go, you didn't paint the bottom. I had a whole rant on this on my last video, which I had to restart this video recording my voiceover because it went over. It went super over because I talked about like, hey, someone's going to bash it in and stuff like that. If someone's going to bash your mini in, you don't want to be around those people. Those people are not nice. We put way too much time in our miniature painting in order for people to bash it in. It's kind of like when you just built a bunch of miniatures and it's time to vacuum. It's the most terrifying thing ever because you're scared you're going to vacuum up a bit. So you literally spend an hour searching the floor, making sure you got all the bits that you need. Because who knows, you might be bit crazy like someone I know. I'm staring at my husband as I said that. That's him. But if you see here down at the bottom, I didn't paint any of this because no one's really going to see it. And I started doing like some of the trim and I was like, ooh, why am I doing this? No one's going to look and stuff like that. We got to keep it dark. So as I continue painting the trim, I really like this color. It's very pretty. I forgot what it's called and who it's by. I know I tried to show the paints that I'm using prior so people know what color I'm using and everything. I know I've been using a lot of P3 paints. I think here I used TT Combat paints on this for the gold and stuff. I don't remember. I would have to look back. But yeah, just taking my brush and being super light so we only hit the trimming and stuff. You got to be very soft here. And I think the number one thing that I feel like people have a hard time when it comes to painting is pressure. Is the pressure of your brush and the control of your brush. I know there's like handbooks out there for like professional artists to practice like the flow of your brush and stuff like that. I think those would be great even for us miniature painters because it's the same technique. A lot of the techniques we use are similar. Anyway, here's the end.